Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode number 21 of Your Life Projectized, Navigating Projects and Purpose Insights with Luis. Luis, am I saying your name wrong or is it Luis?
Luis,
Lewis. Okay. And so, guys, uh, if any of you were paying attention or might have seen some of the interviews that I did during the PMI Global Summit, you may have seen Lewis on one of them. And Lewis or Luis's full name, and Luis, I have to say it because you have such a beautiful name, is Luis Eduardo Reyes Plasencia. Did I say it
it's
right?
okay, it's perfect.
Okay, terrific. And guys, so everyone listening in, you guys are probably wondering, why am I wearing a mask? So, a few things you guys should know. Two things. Number one, I have not been feeling well, and I do have guests over the house, and I do not want to get them sick. So that is one. Number two, I am allergic to eggs. It is an allergy that I developed probably a year ago, a year and a half ago. And when I eat eggs, sometimes whether it's on purpose or accidentally, oftentimes it's accidentally, my face swells. And so today, not only is my nose swollen, my lips are incredibly swollen. So uh, I didn't want that to appear on video, so apologies for the mask. So that said, Luis, welcome once again to this episode, and I appreciate you being here. And Luis, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, the first sentence is for you. It's a conversation with here with you, a conversation. Well, me, I am a project manager, a project manager, but with experience. No, my passion is helping or help companies, persons, organization for achieve their goals. No? Um, I have over a decade of project management experience. I worked with a wide range of companies from various industries, including technology, insurance, and finance overall. No? I have a proven track record of successfully leading projects, well, start to finish. No, the project success, the definition of project success. No,
Mm-hmm.
not only accomplish the goals of budget and well, the use of resource, but well. Uh, Overall the satisfaction of all stakeholders. No, for me is the most appreciation. I am also an expert in agile methodologies and I'm always looking for ways to improve process and optimize project results. No? Well, for my technical skills,
Uh-huh.
I have PMP, PMB. No, I am consider myself a good communicator overall and team player. It's important be her a team player. I understand the importance of collaboration and
Uh-huh.
working closely with all team players, will stakeholders, no, to ensure everyone in the same page on project objectives and meet. Well, I have two another passion, so as write poetry. No,
Mm-hmm.
I have a podcast too. No, called it Ikigai Connection or Conexión Ikigai in Spanish. But well, I talk with two people about the experience, learnings, and another subjects about how approach no, the the purpose of life. No, for Ikigai methodology, Ikigai, and ideology, no philosophy, no.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely. And you know, and
yeah,
and and I love it, Luis, because you have such a great background. You have such great experience, and guys, so for folks that are listening in, I just want you to know, Luis is joining us today from Madrid, Spain. Okay, so
yeah,
right now, we
I
are
know.
pre-recording this session. Right now, it is 7 a.m. in
Woohoo.
Spain. Woohoo! And currently I'm in Las Vegas. So it is right now it is 10:15 p.m. in Las Vegas. So But you know what? These are things you have to do, right? The show must go on. So even
Yes,
though, and Luisa also is not feeling the best. So despite us not feeling well and despite our time difference, we decided that we wanted to get on this podcast and record an episode because the show must go on.
the show must go on. It's the quote perfect.
Yeah. So, so Louis, so I have a few questions I definitely want to make sure that I ask you, and especially because I want to take advantage of your experience and your knowledge. And so, Louis, what are the questions that I was wondering that I was hoping you could share with us, right? So you have worked, Louis, across various industries. Can you share maybe a pivotal project experience that maybe helped shape your approach to project management? Like, was there a certain experience that really helped you shape how you were going to approach project management and manage your projects?
Well, absolutely. I have a experience stories. No, stories is life. Life is composed by stories. No, the experience too. One of the most pivotal projects I led was a large scale
Mm-hmm.
in digital transformation in the banking sector. Okay,
Okay.
well, the project spanned multiple countries and involved a mix of internal and external teams and external vendors, no,
Uh-huh.
all working remotely.
Okay.
No, well, the challenge here, you know, was not just the technical complexity, no, but the need to align diverse stakeholders with different priorities, with different cultures, with different understanding of the functionalities. No, it's the truly a challenge. No, this is the,
Yeah,
the truly challenge. Well, what truly shaped my approach was realistic with flexibility. Flexibility is key. No,
absolutely.
okay, flexibility no is agile, not is waterfall. No, flexibility is you. We started with a waterfall approach, but
Mm-hmm.
as the project progressed, we shift to a hybrid model because maybe you need approval one document. When you need approval one document or one functionality or one everything, you need waterfall methodology because it's more um, close to um, this definition of control. No, but when you need um, obtain value, no, or delivery value, you need incorporating agile methodologies where it might sense. No? This taught me successful project management isn't, no, it's not about sticking rigidly to one methodology only, no, but about adapting your approach based in the project's need. It also depending my understanding of the importance of stakeholder management overall, and
Mm-hmm.
keeping be careful, keeping communication channels transparent, which without noise, which has science become a cornerstone of how I approach every project. This is my for me, no?
I love that, and that is such great guidance, and thank you for sharing that experience, Luis. And I love that you mentioned, right, that you were dealing with stakeholders from different countries and learning how to communicate with those different stakeholders. Actually, so one of my specialities, if you will, or something that I talk about a lot is communicating with project team members of different cultures and different age groups. I talk about cross-cultural communication, but also communication among various age groups, right? So how do you communicate with somebody from India and
Hmm.
keep in mind the different nuances in their culture compared to maybe the United States? I talk about how would I speak to somebody? I think you and I, Luis, are around the same age.
Yeah,
How would we speak to somebody around our age compared to maybe what are some things we should consider when we're speaking to somebody who maybe is either younger or older, and how do they like to be communicated with, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, it is the challenge is communication, not, but not only the communication of language. No, it's the communication of understanding of all objectives is understanding. No, well, more of the functionality or the functional, technical, or design documents. It's
Mm-hmm.
more important the objectives of the project. Uh, why you work or why you deliver this thing, no? This is the most important. And, that the importance of the team when you have all teams remotely is involved of be part, no, uh, one uh, one project as the important the objective. Um, for example, in this experience, the purpose is not an application. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Is the how the client, no, or the customer the benefits with this application.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no, it's when I explain it, no, to to my teams, no, about this application help, no, our customers about maybe the most the, that procedure is more easy or or this action or this something it's better and well I helping in the purpose of the use of our service, no, in the banking
Mm-hmm.
sector, no. But this is the very truly challenge, no. It's stakeholders, not only the directors or CEOs, no, the C level, no, not this only the stakeholder. The stakeholder is all people of
Absolutely.
be part of a project. Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you for mentioning that because I think sometimes I think most people understand that, but I think sometimes there is, a small sect of the community that sometimes forgets that the stakeholders encompasses everyone. And you're a stakeholder, the sponsor is a stakeholder, all the project team members are stakeholders, the different vendors you're working with are stakeholders. So very important. And I like that you mentioned that it is important that everyone really understands the objective, but everyone has a similar understanding of what that objective is, right? So thank you for mentioning that. And so, Luis, you're also very familiar with agile methodologies, right? So
yeah.
what do you believe are the most significant benefits of agile methodologies?
Well, agile methodologies bring several key benefits, no, but the one that stands out of me the most is responsiveness.
Okay.
Responsiveness is the for me. Traditional project management often struggles with changing requirements or feedback that comes too late in the process. It's well, this is the common, no. But agile with the iterative nature, no, with its iterative nature, allow teams to gather feedback at every sprint, no, and well, and making course in the course of the sprint, no, corrections is early on. In my experience, this has led to better alignment with the stakeholders' expectations, always communication, no, present, uh, and where a higher quality final product. No? For example, in a recent project involving the implementation of a new functionality in in in, in my current company, we used agile sprints, no,
Mm-hmm.
to incorporate user feedback early.
Yeah.
Okay, not this, my company needs not is agile, but use agile with the delivery. In the definition of the functionality is more close to waterfall, but in the delivery of the project, the new functionality is include the feedbacks of the current the group of the people of test of this implementation. No, this is not only save time by catching usability
Yeah,
issues, no, but also significantly boosted client satisfaction,
of
no,
course.
by
Yeah.
by delivering features that meet real user needs. Agile also encourage a culture of continuous improvement,
Yes.
not
Yes.
only continuous fix it, no, continuous improvement through retrospective, which I found essential for fostering a mindset of growth within teams. No, it's the more important. Is the culture is important too because in many companies or many organizations think uh, agile is quickly. No,
Hmm.
agile is not quickly. It's improve no the satisfaction of the dysfunctionality function really function. No,
Hmm.
the functionality not dummy or bad or boring or not use. Uh, no, it's the functionality functions but really functions. This is the, mm, the most important or the for me the key benefit of use agile methodologies.
I agree so much. So, I come from a waterfall background, similar to you, and then went on to become a Scrum Master. Anyway, I love the idea of continuous improvement, and I love the idea, Louise, as you just mentioned, rather than waiting till the end of a project, like, with waterfall, at the end of the project, you do your lessons learned, you look at what did we do right in this project, what did we not, what we did not do as well, where could we improve, etc. When I learned, when I became a Scrum Master and I learned some of the agile methodologies, I thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible because and so in my future projects after that, after I became a Scrum Master, in my projects, I used to do retrospectives every 2 weeks or sometimes every month, so that we were continuously looking at, okay, what is not going well and what can we improve upon, rather than wait till the end of the project to figure these things out. We were catching these things early. So I'm really glad you mentioned that. Um,
Mm.
and you also talk a lot, Luis, about communication, which I love so much because communicate 90% of project management, right? Especially as per PMI,
Mm.
is communication, especially
Yep.
effective communication. So you talked a lot about you emphasize the importance of communication in project management. And so, Luis, what are some techniques that maybe you use to foster that communication among these diverse teams? You already talked about having the diverse teams from different
Yeah.
countries and some of your past experiences, but how are you fostering those how are you fostering effective communications among those diverse stakeholders?
I say when working with diverse teams, whether that diversity is cultural, geographical, or functional,
Uh-huh.
communication can be make or break factor for a project success. Okay,
Sure,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. One of technique I swear by is structure communication. Okay, well, the communication. This includes setting up clear communication protocols, no, from day one,
Mm-hmm.
defining when and how updates will share it, who is responsible for what, and ensuring that there's a single source of truth, like a like a tool, like a project management tool. No,
Mm-hmm.
I often use maybe for your organization Jira or Trello, no,
Okay.
or many. My experience is when you saturate no the um, or, or have many channels of communication, the communication have a corruptions. Okay,
Yeah.
well, WhatsApps, Teams, emails. No, it's definitely a structure communication. Okay, with a remote or cross-functional teams, it's easy for message get lost.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I or you or everyone uh, is ensure we have multiple touch points, daily stand-ups, no, the typical daily meetings,
Mm-hmm.
weekly, like weekly status updates and regular check-ins with the stakeholders, one-to-one, face-to-face, follow-up, many names for this. It also emphasizes empha emphasis the importance of cultural sensitivity. Okay,
Yeah.
it's important. Well, um, for instance, in this case, in a global project, I made it a point to schedule meetings that consider time zones difference,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and made space for cultural nuance in communication. Finally, the feedback is important too. Well, the feedback loops, not only one touch of feedback, where team members can express concerns, disgust, or suggest improvements, no, which ensures everyone feels heard and promotes an open, trusting environment. It's important that all people, uh, up, middle, and down of teams, feels heard your concerns, no, their
Absolutely.
concerns.
Absolutely. And I think that's so important. Thank you for mentioning that. I agree. I think feedback is important. I also think always maybe looking at the different ways we are communicating and sometimes pivoting when we need to. I'll give an example. So I recently had a meeting with some stakeholders on something that I'm working on, and I have a certain style of communicating. I do tend to be very direct, and I do have high expectations, but I also recognize that in my communications, based on the audience that I'm speaking with, maybe my direct communication wasn't the correct way of communicating with this particular audience. And I realized I maybe needed to have a softer approach and then also
Mhm.
give them a chance to provide feedback and really to create a safe space for my stakeholders to provide that feedback. And so I think it's also and Luis, you mentioned such great points. And I agree completely. And I just think it's also important for us to
Yeah,
constantly check in with ourselves and
yeah,
see, okay, how am I communicating and what are ways that maybe I could improve the way I'm communicating,
yeah.
and different methods I could use. Um,
Yes,
yeah.
well, it's support your comments
Yeah.
because it's important. Not only communication, well, communication is communication, but well, a good communication is difficult, but you need plan the good communication.
Mm-hmm.
Ensure the not the perfect environment, but the well environment or good environment for all development of the team in this aspect, no?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we're definitely in full agreement there, Luis, because I also, like I said, you and I both, we love communication, but I think more importantly, you and I both love effective communication. So we're definitely on the same page there. And so, Luis, also I know you're a teacher, right? Which, by the way, I did not know that. So when I met you, so for the audience, folks that are listening, Luis and I met in Berlin, Germany, for PMI Summit in Europe. Um, I did not know you are a teacher, so I'm very interested to ask you some questions about your teaching experience. And so, Luis, uh, because you're a teacher, how do you keep your course content fresh and relevant to for your students, especially in such a fast evolving field?
Yes, well, for me, teach is one of my passion, you know, because I read about when you teach something,
Mm-hmm.
you learn the double or the triple,
Yeah.
because it's important teach. Well, for me to keep my course content relevant, I really heavily on industry engagement. No, I uh, uh, I constantly attending conference with the summit, for example, or Leadership Institute meeting, participating in, webinars, web seminars, and working with professionals to stay in the vanguard, or stay up to date with the latest trends of and challenges in project management. For example, I recently attended the summit, which gave me fresh insight into the growing importance of sustainability in project management, the redefinition of the project success, or the importance of uh, take the AI as a copilot of as a mentor. No,
Mm-hmm.
another approach I use is case studies. No, I bring real world projects into the classroom, no, because the most influential project, for example, no, it's obtain the materials with all of I see in in the summits, or on my experience of a conference I attended, no. It's important not only keeps the content dynamic, no, but also helps students apply theoretical knowledge to practical scenarios. It's
Yeah.
necessary, not only all empiric or theoretical. No, it's okay. It's good. But the most important for students is the how in the real life it's happen. Well, this helps refine the course content year after year, or or or, or when I I I have the opportunity of teaching a course of project management.
Absolutely. And I am so appreciative of your approach because I'm sure your students get so much value from your teachings. And I love that you're innovative and always looking for new content to bring your students, but also just new ways to teach, right? And to make sure that your content is still relevant and it is being easily absorbed by your students. Um, and so also, Louis, so you have a newsletter, right? Another thing, by the way, I did not know you had a podcast. And I did not know you had a newsletter. So you just you're just you have so many hidden talents. I'll put it that way. So your newsletter is called the Shamam Project Manager. And am I saying that correct? Is it
Yeah,
pronounced Shamam?
shaman. Yes, is it? It's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And so it has a very unique title, right? So the Shaman
Hmm.
Project Manager that's a very unique title. So what inspired the name? Could you share with the audience what was behind that name?
Yeah. Well, the shaman is uh, shaman or chaman in Spanish. It's a person
Uh-huh.
in uh, in one group or one tribe, no, that supports to all people in the village, no, in the village. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's not only as mystical role or mystical behavior. No, this it's if in the actual life, the project manager is very close to the abilities or skills of shaman, because guide the people, guide the with advice to or mentor the development, no, of professional and personal development of the persons. Well, my experience is because my grandfather, no, was in a village, and well, the people who knows him say me that this your ascendance is a shaman ascendance, no? Well, I don't know, but for me, it came from belief that project management is more than just managing tasks or hitting deadlines. It's about guiding people through uncertainty. Like a shaman in a traditional sense, project manager helps teams navigate this challenge,
Uh-huh.
make sense of complexity, and achieve a higher purpose. No, for it's for me, found your purpose is very difficult, no? But um, theories or maybe philosophies as ikigai, no? How it's the another sense of my podcast, how I call it a connection ikigai. Oh well, through my newsletter, I am to explore the human side of project management, the project management leaderships overall. No, I cover topics like leadership, emotional intelligence, personal growth. I tell my experience, my opinions, because I believe these are just as important as technical skills. The technical skills is
Absolutely.
good, but the most important is inside you. No, the message I want to convey is that successful project management requires a blend of mindset, methodology, and emotional intelligence. Uh, it's for me the leader who not only understand process but also connects with the people on a deeper level to inspire. It inspires the word them to their best work. When the leader, it's many types. When when you found a leader that you aspires, you follow any uh, for any work. This is the purpose of my newsletter.
No, definitely, and so well said. I appreciate so much the fact that you talk about the human connection, right? And the focus on the human element of project management. Because I think, like you said, right, the technical aspects are absolutely they're very important. I mean, they're critical, but they're without that human element, which I think carries much more weight. Um, I just think a project just could not succeed. And Luis, it's funny, right? So now we talk about artificial intelligence, right? And I know one of the questions that comes up a lot is, oh, is AI going to replace project managers, right?
Mm,
And I think the growing consensus is that no, it won't, because sure, AI can come up with answers and maybe it could create a project schedule, maybe it can create a comprehensive risk register, but it is still missing the human element. It will never be able to truly mimic human emotion and those interactions that it will never be able to emulate humanness. And so I really appreciate the fact that you talked a lot about the human element of project management. And so, Luis, I recognize that we're running out of time, but there's something I
mm.
wanted to ask you before I let you go. So I ask every one of my guests, I ask this question. So when you were a little kid, right? When you were a little boy, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, well, recently I speak about I speak with my son about this. My illusion or my dream is a uh, medical doctor, an astronaut. No?
Okay.
Yes, yes. After when you grow up, I changed to mechatronic engineer because I want construct or develop my own robot. No, okay. Well, I studied computer science engineer, and well, it's approximately with the mechatronic. I don't develop a robot, but I um, found or in this way I uh, I found my passion is teaching and project management in with this sense, no, not only technical sense, overall the human sense. There's this side, no. It's for me. Well, it's perfect.
No, I think you are so, and thank you for sharing that. I think you are in the perfect space. I think I'm so grateful for you for sharing your knowledge as a teacher to with students, sharing that technical knowledge, but also sharing the human element. And I'm grateful that you are in the project management profession, and again that you add that human element to your interactions, because I think it's so incredibly important, and I'm so glad that you are reinforcing that. So uh again, Luis, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you too. Thank you
yeah,
too.
yeah, you're so welcome. Honestly, it has been such an honor to have you on. And again, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being on so early in the morning. And I know folks who are listening are hearing me say this, they're probably thinking 7 o'clock's not that early. To me, 7 a.m. is very early. I'm not a morning person, but thank you
No,
so very.
this is for this is for why in the beginning of the interview you send a text. I need 5 minutes more. It's a prepare a big coffee with
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of energy. Yes.
Oh yeah. You know what? If it was
No,
7 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't function without coffee either.
oh, thank you, Parnjit, for this opportunity for speak in your audience. No, well, it's you're a great person with this person that you found not occasionality, no, but if you need meet in your life, no. For me, it's my pleasure. Not only a conversation in this interview, conversation in all scenarios, in all moments of you found I have found you. No, yes.
Well,
But so thank you for the opportunity. Well, I see you in Barcelona next year.
oh, you will absolutely see me in Barcelona next year. I'm not going to miss it. And again, de nada y gracias y mucho gusto. Again, so good meeting
Thank you.
you.
Muchas gracias. Adiós.
Okay,
Bye.
adios. Bye.